Hey guys, I'm back again. The first video went rather well. I haven't gotten any feedback yet, but I decided to continue whilst I have the momentum. I figure a brief introduction to funneling, what funneling is, and two types of doing it, two types of ways to do it. In this video, I hope to keep it a lot shorter than the other one. To start off, I guess we will jump into here for Hessenator's attack. Now, funneling in Clash of Clans terminology means directing all of your troops, herding all of your troops into one area so that they do not disperse wildly and go wherever they want. Now, bring up my little writing board here. I believe he enters this direction. Okay. Now, if he were to just drop all of his troops here, or even in a line here, they would all circle around this way. They start at this building's closest, and this building's closest, and here they might go back into there a little bit. But some of them would definitely still go out here. They'd go to here, and this building's closest, this building's closest, this building's closest, and eventually they would just circle the base while all these defenses just tee off on them. Basically killing all your troops before you even had a chance to get the town hall. Now, to avoid that from happening, there's two ways. There's my way that I prefer. Everyone does it a little differently. Mine would be to drop a wizard or an archer on, say, that one, and probably that one. But I would drop the archer right about here. That way, or the wizard, it would kill this one, and then it would be close enough to aim for this one next. Okay, now doing that, I would drop this one here so that its next target is this one. So basically, all this is gone, all of this is gone, and all you're left with are these three buildings right here. Now, this way you can drop all of your troops here, and they will not be dragged or lured into going this way or going this way. The closest buildings after these three are destroyed will be the three right behind it. So they will all head towards the base, and hopefully, while these are getting destroyed, right here, you will have deployed some wall breakers or a jump spell to break open this wall right here, and you can release all of your troops in an organized manner right here, and the closest and only choice they will have is to go into the base. From there on out, I mean, the attack's up to you. We will just watch his. Now, the way he does it, if you watch, okay, now this is the most common way I see people do it. They destroy every building in their way. Now, he's already got troops in here too, so there is already an opening. So what he's trying to do is just take all of these out. That way, when he drops troops over here, the only thing that they will see, they'll have a little bit of tunnel vision, is to go here. Now, the reason I don't prefer this way is because these buildings will still be alive. So if you drop them back far enough, See these troops down here, plus these wizards, they are already doing damage to these buildings here. Now if they do too much damage to these buildings, they will be destroyed. And if these get destroyed before he deploys the rest of his troops up here, these buildings might actually be the closest buildings to these troops, not these buildings, which would cause some of them, if not all of them, to lure that way. So the issue with this way of doing it is timing. Your timing has to be perfect. There's no room for error. Because if these get destroyed, they're going to go for their closest target over here. Your attack's over, and you lose. But in the sacrificing of a couple wizards, doing it that way, he now releases all of his stuff. Works perfectly. See that king? That king stalled for a second. Right here. And he looked this way, went that way. And then that wizard right here destroyed that just in time. And the king goes, oh, well, I changed my mind. Now these buildings are closer. So that was close. He could have lost his king to all of this crap over here. But he didn't. And it all worked out for him. Which is good. All right. Now, I will bring you for a second example to my attack on this terrible base. Now, I already explained to you basically how the lure would work and how you'd want it to work. So I don't need to demonstrate all that again, but you can see that I dropped 2 wizards over here, 1 wizard over here. Now, the plan is to take out this, and this. That's why I dropped that wizard in that exact spot, so that it would take out all 3 of those. And the same over here. Now the reason I dropped 2 wizards over here is because all storages have roughly double the hit points or more. I'm not actually sure on the number, but they're like the tanks of buildings. They're the golems of buildings. So they have a lot higher hit point range. So if I want this building right here to go down at the same time that these ones go down, I need extra firepower. And my goal is to have just these still alive. That way, the troops that I drop here still have an anchor point, which I prefer because there's no chance that they will get dragged over here because they have clear targets right in front of them. There's absolutely no way they can be distracted by anything else than the targets right in front of them. And then from these targets, the next closest target to these targets, and a jump spell here, and I'm in the center of the base. Some wall breakers right there. So basically, we'll just watch that. Now I wasted 3 troops on the side there, if you want to call them wasted. I drop a good spread with the golems to fully protect all my wizards. Now if you notice, every single one of my troops is going directly for the base. They don't even look left, they don't look right. They're going right into this baby. Now I drop all of my troops in a decent manner here. And boom. All of my troops are in there. I only wasted 3 wizards, if you can even call it wasted. They did actually a lot of percentile damage. If you look over here, I mean, those wizards cleared all that out, and they cleared all that out. So, in reality, those wizards got me close to 20% all by themselves, maybe 15. Yeah, and they died. Purple Medal of Honor. And the rest of my troops, all on the base. So it doesn't always work out perfectly, but in that case, that would be what I would consider a perfect funnel. And if you have the opportunity, I suggested that is the way that you funnel your troops. All bases are set up differently. Some dictate that you do not do it that way. If you do not have golems in your attack or giants to take the fire of these, then it's probably not a good idea to funnel with your troops because they will die and you'll end up wasting more here, more here, more here, more here. And then you wasted 20% of your troops on a funnel. So that's not always a good idea. And you might just want to release all your troops in a dumb funnel. I call it dumb because it's, it's like a dumb battery, if you know what that is. I'm not going to get into that, but yeah. It's up to you to use your judgment of the correct way per base. But we'll watch that one more time, and I won't interrupt it, just so you guys can get an idea of what exactly it is you should be aiming to do in a funnel. Now I release my troops as they're still working because time is everything during an attack. So you kind of have to understand what the wizards are going to do when they're going to do it, so that you can effectively and smoothly deploy your troops without possibly sending them in the wrong direction. Okay. Well, there's that. I believe that's a good enough example. I will see you guys on the flip side.